So let's start with Crystal. Crystal says her highs: learning how to compromise in marriage, lows dealing with the teenager's emotions. Ooh, that's deep. How to compromise in marriage. That's a bar. You feel me? It's important. You feel me? And it's crazy because, man, I can relate to that just conversation so much because I'm gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna get right into it, but I'm gonna just talk about it. We're gonna put a pin there real quick. You feel me? And we're gonna put a pin there, and I think I'm gonna help you realize how it's not really a compromise. It's really a trade-off. And give you a bird's eye view and a higher perspective of maybe something that will give you a little bit more of what's the word I'm looking for? A more empowering perspective. That's what I'm looking for. A more empowering perspective. Then we have the lows, dealing with the teenager's emotions. First of all, I want to just let you know I got a teenager too, and boy, I'm telling you, it's tough. I got 2 teenagers, by the way. 1 girl, 1 boy. Boy, not so difficult. You feel me? Actually, not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. The girl, man, but love them. You know what I'm saying? But just remember, we were teenagers at one point too. Feel me? And they coming up in a completely different world than we are, so they don't really know how to deal with social stress, really. And they don't, because then I guess if your kids are going to school, they probably pretty social, but realistically, like even then, they still have a lot of dysfunction when it comes to being social. And I see it amongst kids of all ages. They don't really know how to get along. You feel me? They don't know how to do things together. They don't know how to play together. I watch my sons when they're playing like the video game, it turns into just a joning session where they just talking trash about each other the whole time. Like, that's what y'all do when y'all get together. But this is cute. It's cool that we talking about this because this ties into communication. And man, communication can save a nation. And so this is what we're going to be discussing today is how cleansing the body through something like a parasite cleanse can improve our communication. And this is why I'm so excited about it, because my relationship, we have challenges in communication. And I'm always going to stand on what I believe not what I believe, but what I know. You feel me? As a indigenous Aboriginal man, that it is not a woman's responsibility or her duty or even a good sense of her time to try to make her husband understand her. You feel me? It's not his role to understand how you think, because if a man thought like a woman in his world, he's not going to survive in this world. You feel me? We don't live in the same world. You feel me? And that's something that I'm going through with my child's mother. I was working with, building my case today. For custody, and how I gotta communicate my statement, my point in the court. I have to communicate. I have to find ways to communicate to that judge that my son's best interest is to be with his father, because he's watching his mother communicate with her emotions. He's watching her respond to her situations with her emotions, and that is a dysfunction. That men, we have to be logical, you feel me? And we talked about chess before. On the chessboard, a man can't be the king can't move all around the board. The woman can though. The queen, she can and that's kind of like how women are with their emotions, is all over the place. You feel me? But the most important thing to understand about the game is that we're supposed to protect the king so that we can win the game and all the pieces can move forward. You feel me? At any given time that the king is distracted and not protected, he can get attacked, and even by a pawn. Feel me? A pawn can take a king off the board. So communication is really key, and it's one of the ways that we can protect ourselves. But ultimately, I know the health is the foundation of all of this, and it's why you have to give your partner grace, because we have all been robbed of the opportunity to really be our best selves, our optimal forms, just because of the environments that we grew up in. I was having a conversation with one of the ministers in our tribe today, and he shared a couple things with me that really just, first of all, just filled me with gratitude that I will always have. You know what I'm saying? He talked about how he had to give up one of his properties because it was literally killing him and his wife because of mold. You feel me? That is a health condition that a lot of us grow up in, and you can have a clean house, but it could be mold in the ceiling, in the vents, and that could be literally destroying you and controlling your emotions and having you angry and having you dysfunctional. And we don't even dig that deep into health and know really sometimes that we've been triggered by things that's way different than what we think they are. So this parasite cleanse is going to help us get to release those toxins. So when we are communicating that it's coming from a place of purity, it's coming from a place of logic and and not delusion and not us something parasitic. You feel me? And so real quick, for those, I don't want to assume anybody knows who Dr. Nev is, but Dr. Nev is a level 3 doctor of Aboriginal Republic of North America. He's an indigenous doctor. First of all, shout out to Crystal Pardue. She is the first member of the Poly and Purpose group to initiate her nationality. So y'all throw some fire in the chat for her. Feel me? She has initiated her tax-exempt status as well as her indigenous becoming a member of the Indigenous Political Authority. So she's really the first person in her lineage to claim her nationality as far as we know. And she's really setting the trajectory for our family to live in full autonomy. 2 words that are very key: free enterprise, our ability to do business freely on the land, because we were the first people here. So shout out to you, Crystal. Major importance to you. Also let you know Crystal has like almost 1,000 entries into the card giveaway. So excited for her. She may win it. She's looking really good. But with the nationality, you guys, you get a certificate of tribal nationality citizenship. It's people out here saying, oh, I'm Cherokee, I'm this, that, and forth, but they don't have no documentation, right? Without the documentation, none of it matters. Slavery is what's in between these lines on this paper. If you don't have your documentation, you can be tribal, but if a tribe doesn't claim you, it means absolutely nothing. So getting your paperwork done. You also get a tribal tax-exempt business whenever you claim your nationality. And so you can run your operations tax-exempt, IRS completely out of your business because they are a privately owned company that don't pay taxes but charges taking everybody else's money. So if you want to play that game, continue to play it. But if you want to get on the right side of this, and Dr. Nev is somebody who's near and dear to my heart because he introduced me to this information when I was in a really tough time in my life. I had my identity stolen in 2022, and I was having the hardest time fighting that situation coming back. And just ask yourself, if someone stole your identity, your social security card, your ability to open a business bank account, get a job, or make any type of money legally, what would you do? Yes, it was, and I am Mr. Relentless, and when I tell you that shit was kicking my ass, it was tough. I almost broke down a couple times, but I had a conversation with him. He was like, man, you should look into my government, tribal government, and that shit was the remedy that I needed, been able to transform my life in magical ways, and truly grateful for you, bro. That's why I always big up Dr. Nev. Yo, this man is a definition of what a leader is, a servant leader, somebody who's serving the people on a daily basis, taking and healing people. Yeah, bro, just real quick, just introduce yourself to the people. I know I did a brief introduction, but just, tell them who you are, why you got into health.
So my name is Dr. Nev. I've been in the health game for over 15 years now. Before I was in holistic health, I was an LPN or GNA, standard health. I was in school. Being in school for health, waking up during that time while you're in the nursing program is probably the worst time to wake up. But it happened. Since that happened, I started my own health company. And with that, I've been able to serve the people in so many different ways. So it's been powerful.
So we recording this. We got a nice shout out to Bobby again, y'all. We getting our production A1. So y'all see these videos coming out. Some of the videos, not all of them, y'all got private access, but y'all always gonna have first access to everything that we do. But we got to get this message out in high quality as well as get it out consistently to people, because we truly want to heal people, and that's the message. And I gotta tell you guys, when I started my first business, Nev was around. He saw what I was doing, but first of all, I respect him so much because a lot of people started businesses like me. They jumped on the bandwagon that the wave I was on, which is not bad. Jump into business, be an entrepreneur, but he got so locked in and focused on health. And when I think about that, 15 years ago, health wasn't a trend 15 years ago. You feel me? It wasn't when everybody wasn't on their acai bowls and smoothies and all that 15 years ago. If you say you was, you lying. You feel me? You bluffing. You know what I'm saying? But I respect that, and that's why, bro, I will always be a student, and I will always revere and honor you, and you always have me and my family support, because whenever somebody is ahead of the curve, when they before their time, you know what I'm saying, they're chosen for what they're doing. You feel me? His name means healer. You feel me? That's exactly what he's here to do. So we need to all use our voice and our message and our network, because we all have damaged people in our families. You feel me? You don't gotta go far to find sick people. You can go through your contacts. You got people in your phone that got diabetes, all types of parasitic conditions, and we're gonna talk about why let me real quick. If your family has any bit of dysfunction in communication, drop a number 1 in the chat. any type of dysfunction in communication. And I can tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, mine is absolutely terrible. We can't even come together without arguments. It's always a guaranteed argument. It's because somebody's going to get it going. It's going to be an argument. That's it. And I'm not saying that's every family, but that's just the reality of what a lot of families are. They don't know how to use conflict resolution. And it's not just because we're bad people, but it's deeper than that. You feel me? God made a point to me today, and ladies, don't take this the wrong way, but 80% of our people have been raised by single women. So we've all been taught how to communicate like a woman, by a woman. You feel me? And if you indigenous or black, it's been by a black woman. You feel me? So I can be honest with y'all right now. My mother was never the best communicator. You feel me? Ever. I can't think of many times when she was able to calmly, nicely get her message across, or where she didn't over talk, or where she didn't even care what nobody else had to say. You know what I'm saying? And she never could receive, you know what I'm saying? And even from me. But understand that a man's job is to protect. So before you even telling him anything, he already knows. You feel me? He already knows. So a lot of times communication, we think it's talking. It's not. Communication is two ways. And what I learned from the military is that how you show someone that you hear them is by repeating what they said to you. So when I was out on Hurricane Sandy, if y'all remember that hurricane that hit the East Coast back in 2012. And when I tell you, I didn't realize how important communication was until I was on a boat about to die and I couldn't see. We couldn't see what was in front of us, but our boat had a chart. It had a electronic chart and graph that could GPS that told exactly where we are. So when we were communicating with the comms department, who was far away from the storm, we had to tell them our exact location, and they could when we would tell them our exact location, we could be north degrees 44 latitude, whatever the chart said, wherever we were. When we said it to them, they didn't just go proceed telling us what they wanted to tell us. No, they said, copy. Just want to make sure this is what you said. They repeat exactly back to you what you said. And then you know that they understood you. And you also know that they can make sure that you're in safe land. They can make sure you're in safe water. Okay, so you guys are close to some rocks. So y'all might be close to a lighthouse and can't see it. Y'all might be close to something that's dangerous. But if they trying to tell us what they want us to hear and they can't listen to what we trying to tell them and help them, and then they can repeat back to us, that's not effective communication, and people's lives are in danger. And so, I had a situation with one of my wives today where I was communicating with her and I felt like she wasn't hearing me. She wasn't listening to me. And I don't take it personally because I understand that it's not a disagreement. It's just, and I truly do believe that sometimes, and again, I'm saying believe because I'm going to see, this is an experiment that we're doing with the Parasite Cleanse. I want to see how much better we're able to communicate when we have less parasites in our body. Because imagine the difference between you having a successful relationship today. Imagine the difference between you having a successful relationship today and 10 years from now is a parasite that's in your gut. You feel me? And by me saying that, it sounds a little irate, but tell me, would you agree that parasites could be one of the major reasons why we have dysfunction in relationships across, especially in this country?
Well, I would say the parasite is the effect of a poor diet. And with that poor diet and also having parasites in that notion, it's all working in cumbersome. So that poor diet, the lack of minerals, the lack of vitamins, plus the also condition that the parasite causes too as well. It can cause just poor communication. Some people, you can talk to them and they're locked into you for 5 seconds and you can see their eyes. They're like fading off. Like it's like a void. They're listening, but they're not really listening to you. So it's like, it's all in that attention span, ADHD, sugar on the brain. It all comes in a cumbersome world.
So he's Dr. Nev is putting together a book. He's already started, and we're gonna give you guys access to the group, or especially if you purchase the Parasite Cleanse. Shout out to Karia. She was the first member of Poly and Purpose to get the Poly and Purpose. The Parasite Cleanse. But with the Parasite Cleanse, you guys are gonna get a guide because we do not want nobody trying this by themselves. Right? We want you to be very informed of what's going on and what you got to do through this process, because we don't want no trouble. All right, and we're gonna go and put a disclaimer in there somewhere, letting y'all know that whatever disclaimer say. All right, ain't nobody suing us. All right, Alkaline Bodies, but we giving you guys everything you need. Just follow the instructions, follow the steps, and use the support group because we put this group together. So talk to us about this Parasite Cleanse book. Like, what is it? What are they getting out of this?
So within the book, we go over all stages of cycles of the parasites. We also get into 10 different types of breeds of parasites, what they do to each organism, each organ inside the body, what minerals, what vitamins they may feed on and take away from the body, the conditions they cause. We also give you the correct foods inside the book that tell you exactly how to fight the parasites if you want to do it yourself at home. We give you a 7-day meal plan and structure, one do it yourself and one that I put together with the correct supplements and tinctures to take to as well. So you get a full action plan. So we're not left in the dark. We're not overselling you. If you're a person that don't get the products, you do have a do-it-yourself section that you can go to your local store, buy, and kind of, fight them yourself too.
Absolutely. Love that, man. So anybody that, listen, I don't want it to be like, let's be clear, like, sometimes it's not about having the resources right now. You feel me? If you commit to getting the cleanse for yourself and your family at some point, and you don't have the funds right now, start with the book. Get the education. You feel me? The book's what, $19? It's $19. All right, it's $19. You're gonna get the information to the how to do it, and then you're gonna get access to the group. So you can actually watch people who are going through it, because everyone who goes through it, we're gonna have them in this group. It's an experiment that we're gonna be doing together to help as many people as possible. And I really consider this the Great Reset. You know what I'm saying? And I can only speak for myself, yo. I spent most of my 20s doing things that I won't say most of my 20s, but a large part of my 20s, I spent a lot of time detracting from the growth that I really want physically in my body. Yes, I worked out, but when I smoked a lot of weed, I've drank a lot of alcohol, I've done a lot of stuff to my body that probably, I look young and I feel good, but I could be probably feeling better. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm dealing with a lot of pain in my body. Like, I'm constantly in pain in certain areas of my body. And I want to see, what parasites may have to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the body's supposed to heal itself. You feel me? And I feel like, I love to train and stuff, but I'll be in pain for real. So could I see some results from the Parasite Cleanse?
Parasite Cleanse is a great reset. We get into pain. We talk about chronic inflammation too as well. I know you have a pretty good diet too as well. That can be one factor. But it's just an overall upkeep. So this cleanse allows you to reset your body, build those minerals up, reset your gut lining, your liver detoxification system, and your liver fat too as well. So it's a total reset. And if you are a person that have high liver fat, you will have some type of chronic inflammation inside the body. And if you're a person that has any type of IBS, irritable bowel disease, or Crohn's, you do suffer from, high inflammation. So it definitely does cut the inflammation down. So it allows you to do a master reset. So you should see a master reset.
Shout out to the master reset. Yo, drop a number 2 in the chat if you ready for the reset. You feel me? I'm all ready for the reset, y'all. Look, I want to die every day, like every day, so I can live a new every day. Like, and I'm excited about this. I love putting myself through challenges like this, physical, spiritual, emotional, and doing it with some great people too, my family. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it's about. Getting together with people who you have a common goal and a common mission with, and y'all committing to becoming the best version of yourselves in every aspect of life: health, wealth, love, relationships, purpose, all that great stuff. You feel me? And one thing I want to remind, I love to remind people is that, like, in life, you don't have to settle unless that's what you want to do. You feel me? If you accept the limiting belief and that you got to settle, like, we don't have to settle for anything. We can have everything. You feel me? It's just about building all of these pillars together at one time. And I can honestly tell you that this is what I see as observing the majority of people in the world, is that most people are just focused on making money. You feel me? It don't matter what you give a person. A person can have complete bliss and freedom in their life, and they gonna think about money. They gonna focus on money. And it's cool, because money is a tool but it's not the means to an end. I mean, it's just a means to an end. It's not the goal. Like, our goal is not to just have money. It's our goal is to fulfill a purpose on this planet. And me, Harmony, and Lady Vu went to a event last week called Aspire, and people were talking about the wealth that they created in this thing, but they all made sure that they were emphasizing that true wealth is the wealth of joy, right? And joy really it comes from enrichment in your relationships. It comes from the time that you invest into people and watching them become the greatest version of themselves and supporting them through that and loving them through that. You feel me? And sharing memories and experiences. These are things that money can contribute. It can be a major contribution to, but money cannot buy. It cannot buy you enriched relationships. Like it can do some things, but it takes time. It takes effort. It takes communication. You know what I'm saying? And a parasite cleanse is one of those things where I feel like we need to make this a common thing in our families. And Arna has actually made it a part of
courtship.
The courtship. Yeah, in order to court a woman, a man in our government has to initiate this procedure with them. And it's because we want to see our relationships be successful. And I don't gotta go through the statistics, but they're trash in the United States, right?
I mean, it's high. It's high, especially when you look at the parasite rates for the common body. Like majority of us have it.
Yeah, I think I saw that 90% of people have a parasite in their body. 90%. That is crazy. All right, so is there any way possible you cannot have a parasite in your body, like ever again? Can you?
I mean, if you do this on a 2 to 3 month basis, and you also do the intermittent fasting and other notions, you can keep the levels down. Remember, we have good parasites, we have bad parasites. So the good bad parasites helps to break down the microbes, also helps in digestion. It also aids the body in a lot of different ways. So it's the balance. You want to have a neutral balance. Your parasitical index on the bioscan allows you to see exactly if you have more bad bacteria than good bacteria.
So he mentioned the bioscan, y'all. So this is what this is. All right, this is a quantum resonance magnetic analyzer, aka bioscan machine. This is one of the most powerful tools that you can have, and every person needs to have one in their home. All right, so we're gonna give y'all Poly and Purpose access to this first. If you want to get access, you gotta comment or join the group. You feel me? If you're watching from YouTube or somewhere else, but we have partnered with Alkaline Bodies to get these in every home possible. So if you get the Parasite Cleanse bundle that we're going to pair with this, you'll get a bioscan machine. And let me just tell y'all my experience with the bioscan. First of all, my health has improved every single month since I've been using this. When I first got mine, I had a lot of abnormalities in my blood, in my heart. Shout out to the ladies in my life who have been making sure I'm eating super healthy. They added foods to my diet like quinoa, leafy, I was about to say griefy leans. I don't know why I would say griefy leans, but leafy greens, beets, and foods that actually support the, vascular elasticity and the blood. These are words I didn't know anything about before, you know what I'm saying? But this helps you study your body. You feel me? And today, now this is the system. Just think about this. It's systematic. So today they have you go to a stranger who doesn't give a damn about your health. Really, at the end of the day, he's getting paid to give you anything, a prescription, a checkup, or whatever. So it's not personal. So you can put that same information that he has, because guess what? When he comes in, he asks you how you feel, this, that, and forth. He taking diagnostics down. He got something that's similar to giving him some type of similar information. Not exactly this, but it's something that's giving him something to say, all right, this is what he got. I'm prescribing him this medicine. That's what's happening. That's the system that's in place right now. So I'm gonna just tell y'all that my wife Harmony had a baby naturally. We did not go to one doctor for the entire pregnancy. We used this the whole time. Herbs and a carbon-based diet. And I watched this woman, her first child, have a natural baby in the crib. No doctors, no hospital, no nothing. So can't nobody tell me nothing about this right here. You feel me? It gets you the data, and that's really what we need. You feel me? We need the information. Again, this is communication. It's the bioscan communicating to you the deficiencies in your body, and then from there, your job is to connect with Alkaline Bodies and say, okay, this is my bioscan. What do I need? And the Alkaline Bodies is this company here. You feel me? It produces all of the products that you need. Okay, this is a medical grade product, but the rest of them are all naturally made. Dr. Nev has made them. I watched him make them. You feel me? And he is a safe serve qualified doctor. He works in kitchens. He does all types of manufacturing for products and goods. So this is a brand that you can trust and that you can know that is going to help you get the results that you need to get. And so I'm 100% behind it and supporting it. And I want to see every family have a bioscan machine. You feel me? Because of what it's done for us, what I know it can do for other people. So could you real quick just share a couple things about how the parasite, like what would the bioscan, if it does at all? Because I never asked you this. If the bioscan, does it have any direct correlation to parasites in it?
No, but I can clearly see from the gastrointestinal coefficient functions. I can see the peristalsis. I can see the large intestines, the colons, if all those are lacking. If your liver fat content is high, if your abnormal lipid metabolism coefficient function is low, that means your metabolism is low. And if your triglyceride content is high, that means the calories and consumptions is high for the day. So that means the food is sitting, it's idolizing. And if I go into your colon aspect, and if I see your bacteria levels, I can see if you have bad bacteria growing, your food is sitting, and your metabolism is down. So that can tell me right there you probably have overproduction of parasites inside of you. So piecing all that
I like
together.
how you did that. Yeah. That was crazy, yo. I don't know half of them words, but y'all see how you spit that. And see, I love that. Now, real quick, did you go to college to learn that?
No.
Aboriginal University.
Yeah,
all right. Our tribal government has a university where you can become a doctor. I became a tribal lawyer and started my own law firm through an indigenous government, right? And so we can do these same things, and this is what we're looking to do. We're looking to create a jurisdiction where we can open our own doctor's office, our own health clinics. You know what I'm saying? Be able to really serve the community, because right now, most of these entities and these businesses are owned by people who don't give a damn about us. You feel me? So how can we let these people control? And it's affecting us on a generational level. Like it's not just affecting me. It's affecting our children, and it's affecting our children's children. And that's genocide. That's a form of genocide. And if we allow the systems to stay in place and we don't do something about it, then really what we're doing is we're doing two things. One, we're saying fuck the people that come after us, which is you're not a good woman or a good man if you're not thinking about your children's children. For me, that's the first step to being a great woman or a great man. And second thing is we're not honoring our ancestors, because everything that the blood that they shed, you feel me, to try to protect and try to keep this information, this holistic way of living, and us taking care of ourselves. If you think our ancestors didn't value their health, you crazy. They definitely valued their health. They definitely valued the ability to nurse themselves back to care, to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? We look at the race today, man. The number one killer in Baltimore City, where I'm from, is not homicide. It's diabetes and blood pressure, obesity. It's sickness.
Homicide is number 4.
Homicide is number 4. So them news and the media makes it seem like we killing each other, and yeah, we are. That's ridiculous too. But again, that also comes from the foundation of health not being. I think everything comes down to the health at the end of the day.
Health is culture. Every other culture.
I be doing my best to get him out here. You know what I'm saying? He got to get up tomorrow and open up a grocery market in Baltimore City tomorrow. You feel me? So take full advantage of this time because I want y'all questions to be answered, because I don't want anybody to leave this call and not know what they need to do moving forward with the Parasite Cleanse, or if they have any questions regarding it. But I do, I got this story that I wanted to share real quick. All right. And it's called The 3 Cups of Water. Now, there once was a wise elder who invited 3 couples to his home. Each couple was given a cup of water and told to carry it up a hill without spilling a drop. Halfway up, the elder asked them what they were focused on. The first couple said, "We were watching each other." The second said, "We were watching our steps." The third said, "We were watching the water." When they reached the top, the elder smiled. "The water," he said, "represents your connection. Some of you focused on what the other person was doing. Some focused on your own path. But the ones who made it without spilling focused on protecting what you share." The lesson in this is that in communication, focus on protecting the water, the bond itself, not just being right or winning an argument. And that is the major point to communication. Because what I want to share is that the reason why we are losing a family is because we focused on the wrong shit. And we focus on That's really it. We major in minor things and they major in major. So what's important to them is minor to us. And what's important to us is what's important to us is minor to them. We have to switch that around. And when I say them, I'm talking about the elites. I'm talking about the 10 families that run this world and the amount of people who are living life easily and engineering wealth while we are still repeating the same cycles over and over and over again of, bad health, dying young, dying broke, dying unhappy, family all broken apart. Like, this shit is wicked. You feel me? And we got to focus on the major things. That's the difference between us and them, is that what we're focused on. And I just went to, we went to an event I told you about on Friday. They shared this the story about Warren Buffett's dad putting on this dinner for Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and their friends. So it's just a dinner for a bunch of wealthy people. And this is what white folk do. They have dinners when they want to share ideas and raise money and do stuff like that. This is what they do. We got to create this kind of culture as well. They came together and they got everybody in the room to write down what was their reason for success? What was their secret to success? So some people had long paragraphs, some people had short answers, but there were two people in that room who had one-word answers, and they were Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. And their one-word answer was focus. And so anytime, the reason why this is important for communication, because a conversation that is disrupting you from your mission is taken away from the focus that needs to be had on the mission. And this is what we've mastered. How to argue all day about something, or how to be distracted all day about something, or how to waste our time and energy when we could be putting that into the mission and building and creating and growing and doing the things that make us productive and winning people. And we have to get back to that. And again, I'm always going to take it back to the health, because I know that it comes from just all of it comes from just us not having a solid foundation of health. And yeah, some of us might have been healthy for the last 3 years, maybe last 5 years. But the one thing I do know about health is that a person doesn't become fat overnight. You feel me? It's bad choices over and over and over again. It's over and over and over again, and that turns you into a fat person. Now, you can eat a donut today, but that ain't gonna kill you today. But eat a donut every day for the next 10 days, to the next 10 years, you're gonna see a difference in that person's health. You feel me? So we have to remember that when we're looking to heal too. Healing don't happen overnight. It don't happen in a year. This is a process that you got to take, that you got to be willing to put. If you was unhealthy for 20 years, you got to be willing to be healthy for 21 years to reverse, that time, you know what I'm saying? And be patient, give yourself grace and love yourself through the journey, but also just have realistic expectations for what is going to take to reverse some of those negative effects of the parasites and all that stuff. And this is one way that, from what I've learned, that you can speed that process up. Attack the parasites right away, because they are directly, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the parasites are basically attaching themselves to your cells.
Oh no! So parasites in general, there's so many different versions of them. They do so many different things. Some of them attack organs. Some of them steal some of your minerals, your vitamins. Some of them cause conditions like eczema. Some of them are also STDs too as well. We got fatigue, mostly IBS, Crohn's disease is called by pancreas, diabetes too. Is the parasites actually shutting down the pancreas. They stopping you from producing insulin, so now you're taking insulins. It's a lot of different conditions that's caused by parasites. So it's really,
So would you say maybe not all, but most health conditions are parasitic?
In that notion, except for some nano diseases and things of those natures.
What's a nano disease?
Nano disease is more so if you're looking at neuropathy. Like nervous.
Okay. I got you.
But I would say, in a sense, they're stemming from a parasite, or they're a cause or effect of parasite in some type of nature or form. So, yeah.
See, I'm excited to see what happens. Definitely want to see. I'm gonna do my bioscan tonight, y'all. Get the parasite cleanse popping, and we're gonna see what. So we do got a question. We got, how do you intake the cleanse?
So it's 4 different things to take. For the standard package, we have the parachute, which is subliminally, it's a topical. You take it 2 times a day, 2 mLs. And you have the Cleanse, which is a pill. You take those twice a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And we have the Magali, for cellular regeneration. You take that twice a day.
All right, twice a day. And then there's an advanced version. All right. And this is going to include, I'm saying this right, ivermectin?
Yeah, ivermectin for benzodol.
Okay. Now, this is what you said, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the advanced version. And this is if maybe you got some STDs or some stuff that maybe some deeper shit that you're going to deal with.
So you can take this if it's advanced. Well, it's 2 stages. So our first level of advanced, that's if you know for sure, if you really feel like, hey, I have adverse conditions and parasites. So you can take this in combination with the Parasite Cleanse, and that also speeds up the process. Now, for people that have HIV, AIDS, or higher ailments, we will up the dose of the ivermectin to 200 to 400 mgms, and you would take that standard for that 30 to 60 days with the parasite. So,
okay. So there y'all have it. Well, that was the first question. I know that there are pills and tinctures. How much do you take each day, or is it every other day? Oh, that's a great question. So I think he kind of answered that, but that's all in the book too, right?
Yes, in the book.
Okay.
But it's just, you have 2 tinctures. You're taking those twice a day. 1 pill that you're taking twice a day. So you're taking roughly 6 doses of this cleanse a day with the standard food and regimen that we set out. Because this right here is effective. So you don't want to be eating chicken boxes and all those other greasy food while you're trying to do a parasite. It's not going to work well for you.
All right, so Crystal said you have to do that to get married under the tribe, right? Right, you and your spouse.
Yeah, so for courtship, you want to do a full cleanse.
And they just passed this, I think, in August.
Yes,
is it August?
Yes.
So yeah, they just passed this in August. So, Crystal, I have to get clarity on if that applies to IPA members. I will find out that for you. As a matter of fact, I'll see if I can find out tonight. If not, it's kind of late, but I'll definitely find out within the next. Give me 72 hours, and I'll have an answer for you. But yeah, it may be something that I would suggest you do it anyway, just based off the stuff that I'm learning. Again, like it's no coincidence that we're failing in this, because this is relationships are not that difficult. Like it shouldn't be that difficult. It's 2 people that love each other that have a common goal. You feel me? It's that simple. If we got a common goal, that's really the main focus. Everything else that's deriving from that is, you know what I'm saying? And so whatever we can do to just make sure that we're focused on that, and we don't want a parasite from somebody and I'm just being funny, but this could be a realistic situation. You can have a parasite in your body probably from somebody you had sex with 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You feel me? Their DNA in your body, some way, somehow, you know what I'm saying? And that could be causing stress in your relationship that today, and you just don't even know why. You know what I'm saying?
It's even new studies that a lot of your tumors, it's parasitical. A lot of it is filled with parasites. It's a lot of new studies. So there's a lot of new studies that are coming up with parasites right now. So we gotta be more attentive to it, honestly.
So I just want y'all to know that, like, if you do this, like, I'm just giving this disclosure from what I've seen from people that started already, like, you will see your parasites in your stool. Like, that is a common thing. I've already seen pictures. We've had some customers that have already, like, shared their experience. They seen the parasites come out their body. You feel me? So, and I don't know if y'all have ever done like when you clean your fruit, if you ever done like the baking soda and all that stuff to clean your fruit, and you see like all the freaking, if it's, they sprayed them pesticides and that shit on there, you can see the larva come out. Like, do that with strawberries, or it's like get some strawberries and put baking soda, apple cider vinegar, some stuff like that in a bottle, and then come back and that bowl like an hour later. And you can be like, what the hell?
Especially if you take the ivermectin for benzodol, you definitely will see it. Ivermectin for benzodol paralyzes the parasites and it kills off larvae.
Wow. So, originally I wasn't going to do that one. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. Can we do the 30-day and then do ivermectin the last 30 days and do it like
you can do that, but
yeah.
I guarantee that definitely is going to
All right, so we weren't going to initially do the ivermectin one because I didn't think we needed, but I say let's go full steam ahead with this joint. I'm trying to get the worst of it, meaning if it got to all come out at one time, let's make it happen. All right, so now I want to talk about nourishment during this phase.
Yes.
So like while we're cleansing, like is there anything we need to change about our diet? Should we be eating more? Should we be eating less?
Still understand it on a diet, one meal. If you have a strenuous lifestyle, 2 meals a day, and still keeping it on the foods to eat, the foods to not eat list that we normally give out to people is also inside the book too as well. But really sticking with those laws. So you don't want to have too many greasy foods, any high sugars, any high fats. Remember, we're trying to starve the parasites of their foods. We're trying to cut them off. We got to kill the colony. So we got to work within. Also increasing, things like papaya, dill, clove, garlic, adding these things into your diet. There's certain teas that's inside the book too as well. So I have a full laid out regimen. So even if you don't take the cleanse, there's certain things that you can start adding to your lifestyle to kind of combat them too as well.
I love that. So look, get that $19 book. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat after this call. Just grab the book if you can't. For whatever reason, finances are tough. It's no judgment zone, guys. We all got to meet each other where we at, but start somewhere. You feel me? The best place is, and it's an old fable that I love, and I remind myself this whenever I feel stuck. You feel me? Like there was a guru and his apprentice. They were out in the woods, and it was late at night, and the guru was used to the trail, so he could see. He knew where he was going, but the apprentice had never took that route, and he didn't know where he was going, and he was like a little scared. He was a little terrified. He let the guru know, like, man, I can't see anything. Like, what am I supposed to do? And he said, look down at your feet. He said, can you see your feet? He said, well, then take one step. You feel me? The next step that you take is the best step you can take. So you don't got to worry about 1,000,000 miles down the hour. You feel me? You need to worry about the next step you can take. And if right now a $19 book just to educate yourself on the parasites and start getting some of the things that you need, it's a great start. You feel me? And success loves speed, guys. When you want something, like what I see, I'm an observer. I watch people. People come to me and ask me about like how I'm like conjuring up my dream life. And the reason why I'm doing it is because success loves speed. Like I'm making decisions quickly. And yes, I don't always make the right decisions. I don't always make the best decisions. But there's no decision that I can't make that I can't make right. You feel me? So make a decision quickly because that's what leaders do. Leaders make decisions quickly and they change their minds slowly. Now, we're not going to say, let's just go to war and kill people tomorrow just out of emotion and just not being logical. That's stupid. But realistically, there's these small decisions that we have to make. We have to get, as leaders, all of us, everybody on this call, we have to get used to making decisions quickly with conviction that, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I want. Because the moment you show the universe uncertainty, it's going to fill your life with more reasons to be uncertain. It's going to fill your life with more reasons to have doubt. It's going to fill your life with more reasons to be confused. And confusion is the author of chaos. And when you have confusion and within, you can't have camaraderie with other people. You feel me? The enemy within is going to destroy everything that you try to do. So this parasite cleanse is so important for your partner. It's important for your partner for you to do this. If you really truly love the person that you with, you want to bring your best self. Because I know me, I want to bring my best self to every situation that I'm in. You feel me? I don't want to go to no business deal and I don't got no value. I'm going to say, look, I ain't ready to be a part of that because I don't know how I can help. But if it's something that if I know I can help, I want to come and I want to be my best. And we all got to feel that way. And I feel that way about every hat that I wear. A father, friend, brother, husband, whatever it is. I want to be the best that I can be. You feel me? Even in Madden, I go crazy when I lose. Don't I, babe? Don't be tripping. I be mad. Like I don't want to talk. I want to cuss and scream. You feel me? So I want to be the best. We should all want to be the best. You feel me? All right. What we got? That sounds crazy. That sounds scary. Don't want to see that. I ain't gonna lie. It do sound crazy. You talking about the parasites in the stool, right? That is kind of crazy. But listen. If they in there, they gotta come out. You feel me? I'd rather come out there than any other place. Yeah. Can we expect to be killing off some of the good parasites we maybe need during the cleanse?
No. So with this parasite, it levels out and it stables out the actual growth. So we got good parasites, bad parasites, good bacteria, bad bacteria. it just levels out your bacteria at lower levels. So it cuts off the logger tube as well. So these are specifically for your tapeworms, your hoarder worms, your horn worms, you have fluke worms. It's a lot of different aspects.
Great question. Harmony, did that answer your question, love? And then the other question was also, is this safe for pregnant or breastfeeding women? I think we answered this in the last call.
Yeah.
The ivermectin is not safe for pregnant women.
I wouldn't recommend that. I would just focus on the standard pack. These are safe herbs, and it's a lipozine and hydrophilic, tinctures and products. So they're soluble to the body and they're safer than like alcohol and other devices.
Great. Shoot, I just had a brain fart. It was a question that I was going to ask you, and I literally just forgot it. It'll come back to me. All right, great questions, y'all. Great questions. Does anybody have any more questions for Dr. Nev or for me or anything whatsoever? It can be about nationality. It can be about anything. Y'all don't be asking good enough questions. And let me tell you something. A sign of a good leader is he asks good questions. I was on the phone today with somebody who is extremely knowledgeable. He's the Minister of Education for the Aboriginal Republic of North America. And I was on the phone, and he loved talking to me because I had so many questions. He got answers. He wanted to talk. He want to tell you what he want to share the knowledge that he got. But ask questions. Oh, we got a level 3 doctor on here. It don't even gotta be Parasite Cleanse related. You feel me? Ask questions because y'all pay to be a part of this group, and I want y'all to get everything that y'all can out the group for sure. But if you don't got no questions, no big deal. But I definitely hope that y'all got some value out of this call today, and that we can continue to build. Because I truly believe that the polygyny dynamic is one of the greatest solutions to the family. I really do. But it cannot work in chaos for sure, and it won't work with we got parasites. We can't bring a bunch of people together. Like in business, one of the things that you learn is you don't add people to a bad process. So if your process ain't good, you don't want to add people to it. You feel me? So we can't add parasitic people to a process either. So we got to make sure that we at least are going through this process together. And like I said before, if you truly love your partner and you love yourself, yeah, you're doing this for both of y'all. You feel me? You're doing this for the next generations, for the next kids, and this should be a staple in everybody's family. I'm excited to see who I become after this, man. Like I really am. Like I'm looking for the challenges. I know that it brings cravings.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you go through a lot through this cleanse. Cravings, all the sugars, the salts, the fats, all that.
Yeah, and bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, so one of my cravings, my cravings be weed. You feel me? And I don't even like honestly, like I could I don't want that to be the case. You feel me? But like I'll be like, man, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited to see how I go through this at this level. Right. You feel me? And yeah, and I'm excited for y'all too, man. I'm so excited for y'all to tap into y'all best self, and I'm grateful for this environment that we've created to make people better, because that's what all of our purpose is. Like whatever you do on this, it doesn't matter what you do, where you from. We all got different way. We have different gifts, right? All of us have different gifts, but we all have the same purpose, and that is to leave people in places better than we found them. So it's up to us to find our gifts, to find the people that we here to help. That was a great conversation we had at the event, is that we are all qualified to help the people we used to be. So I'm qualified to help all the young men, all the young fathers that's going through the shit that I've been through, and I want to help them. And we have to remember that our life is so much bigger than ourselves. Any moment that we're spending in despair or ungratefulness or complaining, I heard a quote the other day that was so powerful. It says, the moment that you complain about something shows that you deserve what you're complaining about. And that shit hit me so deep, and it reminded me of a story that a lady put me in a perspective that she gave me one day. I was 22 years old, and I crashed my Range Rover coming to work one day. And I'm pissed. Like, I cussed the man out that I hit, and it wasn't his fault anyway. It was my fault. I was texting and driving. It was all my fault, but I was sick. I tore my truck up. And when I came in, I'm all throwing my shit around the desk, and I'm pissed. I'm salty, you feel me? And she was like, she said, if you was in a room with 100 people and everybody put their problems on the table, you would be ashamed of yourself that you complaining about crashing a Range Rover. The fact that you got a Range Rover, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be complaining. I said, damn. Yeah. And then she hit me with this quote. She said, a person will complain about the shoes that they got on until they meet a person that has no feet. Let that shit sink in. It's always somebody who got it worse than you. It's worse than us. You feel me? And that's the gratitude is the highest form of greatness, because the more that you're grateful, the more that you will find that you have to be grateful for. So appreciate your spouse, appreciate yourself, appreciate your family, appreciate this group. And how you appreciate this group is by staying engaged, sharing the information with other people, sharing the wisdom, share the group, share the links, earn some money. Y'all all got affiliate links that come with y'all membership. Share it, you feel me? And again, I love every single last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all being a part of this mission, because I truly know that we are going to restore the family, you feel me, with health, wealth, law, all this great stuff. Get the Parasite Cleanse, you feel me? The link is on the store. We got a sale that we're going to drop on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to do a sale, and we're going to come up with a couple sale.
Yeah.
A couple couples hitting
we got the couples hitting us, you feel me? We're going to drop a couple sale. We are definitely going to try to get this to the market as low as we possibly can, but there's a lot that go into this. It's a lot of ingredients. It's a lot that go into this, and we want y'all to get the results, and it takes a lot of time, you feel me? So appreciate y'all. If y'all ain't got no more questions, I ain't going to hold y'all. Time is money. Time is everything. In some ways, it's nothing at the same time. But I love y'all. Me and Dr. Ned checking out. We about to hit this bio scan. We're gonna get some content doing it. If y'all need us, drop us in the chat. Let us know in the chat. We'll see y'all next week. I believe Harmony is doing a call. I forgot what it is, but just be here. Love y'all. Peace.